What is up, Panther Nation, Pantherologists? Welcome back to yet another edition of Pantherology. Welcome to today's live stream. Appreciate everyone joining. Got a good show for you. Make sure you pound the like button. The more you like, the more the algorithm goes out there. It just helps out the channel a lot. If you're new here and you don't know who I am, well, my name is Clay. I'm a Carolina Panthers and NFL content creator through YouTube and TikTok. So I do that on all those platforms, and I share all of it through the platforms that you see above me there, Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to join the Discord. I need to put the Discord in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and put the Discord in the chat, and feel free to share the Discord for people to come and join as well. I'm going to put the new link of the Discord in the chat for you guys. So here you go. So that's the Discord right there. You can join that, connect with me on a personal level where we can just talk Carolina Panthers or NFL football all day long, kind of like just us being buddies. So if that's, something you're interested in, there you go. Again, appreciate everyone joining. I appreciate everyone showing your support. We are on almost to 2,500 subscribers, which is crazy to me to think about that we're this far away from 2,500. So again, I could continue to like and subscribe. Those are the best things that you can do. And I appreciate everyone of you that has done so and continue to show me support here on my channel, every single week, and every single day. So again, thank you again. So shout out to all of y'all. All right. Feel free to get chatted up in the comment section. Let me know where you're from, who your team is. If you're not a Carolina Panthers fan, if you are a Carolina Panthers fan, how are we feeling this morning? How are we feeling on this Wednesday? I hope everyone's staying safe due to the fact of this crazy storm that seems to be a brewing, or it is, here right now. Hasn't hit here yet. It's not supposed to hit where I'm at until I don't think the storm's supposed to hit here until like 1 a.m. tonight. So we'll see how it goes. So anyways, so Jay Issue's in here. What's up, Jay Issue? Appreciate you joining, man. Jay Issue, part of the Black Cat Panther podcast. Man, those guys are awesome. They're a hoot to be around. So go check out their channel if you haven't already. Anyways, so let's get right into it. So some news and updates real quick. We got to break through some of this gridiron chaos, man. In the world of the Carolina Panthers football, the stakes I feel like have never been higher for this team. As you read into it yourself, for this 2023 season. It's been a roller coaster of events, man. I mean, surrounding this roster with cuts, dramatic surprises, jaw-dropping acquisitions, stuff like that. You know what I mean? The Panthers are trying to paint this like NFL. I feel like this NFL vibrant picture of things, and it's a lot of anticipation. We've been going through like a roster roulette, right? That's kind of taking some high stakes here, that have been kind of like some high stakes gambles here, right? Kind of like picture this, right? A battleground of NFL dreams where, like careers are made or shattered in a blink of an eye, right? So the Panthers have faced their own version, I feel like, of Survivor almost recently, we're cutting guys to make this 53-man roster. The ruthless of the draft picks that we had from the previous regime, had to be basically sacrificed, right, to progress where we want to go. With this team's depth chart looking as thin as a wafer, honestly, at certain positions, I'm not gonna lie. But the drama from this team is far from over. The drama from this team is far from over. So the burning question on every Panthers fan's mind and myself is, how many moves will this aggressive, and I'm putting that in quotes, aggressive front office make to salvage our season, right? Basically, only time will tell. All right. But we got to be ready. Yesterday, I felt like the Amir Smith-Marsette signing kind of stole the spotlight yesterday amidst the whole craziness, right? Maybe he's a star in the making, hopefully. He's a dynamic wide receiver, kick returner, in my opinion. It was a daring trade for us with the Kansas City Chiefs. It was kind of like almost like a heist, a steal, and a lightning bolt all mixed together. But it's maybe Smith was like a little potential, something find, like you find a treasure chest and you're just waiting to open it, right? But you need the key. So with this whole new found mojo with him, and maybe he could set the world on fire for the Carolina Panthers fans and us, right? But Frank Wright couldn't hide his excitement about it, saying he's a really good route runner. He's got good hands. But is that icing on the cake? Is that a seal of approval? I don't know. I mean, the only person that gave a seal of approval was Adam Thielen, right? His testimony of his, about this guy, right? So we'll see. I'm not going to hold my breath, right, and say this guy's going to be a superstar, but we'll see, right? Now the injury concerns, right? In the world of professional football, we all know that injuries are that like dark cloud that threaten every team, every year, right? And obviously we're no exception to that, with the wide receiver room looking like a mash unit, right? With injuries, he's casting, a long shadow on these prospects, man. So, I mean, in the midst of the chaos, there's always, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, right? There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. So it was good to see that, Terrace Marshall Jr. returned back to drills, right? He's bringing a glimmer of optimism, right? Laviska Shenault is slowly coming back, having a steady path back after recovering from a concussion. I've had a concussion. Trust me, it's awful. Okay. So coming back from a concussion is rough. DJ Chark is making strides with his, nagging hamstring issue, right? So Frank Wright, being the optimistic maestro that he is, he's been painting these pictures of progress and resilience. But the countdown begins, man. I mean, every Panther fan is hoping for some miraculous recoveries here ahead of the week 1 against the Falcons. Another thing is that in the midst of this gridiron frenzy, there's one man who kind of carries the weight of the decisions, right? With everything that we've got going on, that's Coach Frank Wright. So the man behind the curtain, the conductor of emotions, right? He wore a sober tone as he faced the media yesterday, and we watched it on my channel yesterday. And for him, this time of the year is kind of bittersweet. He must deliver the harsh news of the players that were cut, who really have just poured their heart out to this game and on that field every single day, right? And to make this team as well. But there's always a silver lining here, right? So those departing today may return stronger and more determined. In the NFL, it's not the end. But sometimes it could be a nice new beginning for others, right? The practice squad is, beckons, but Frank Wright knows it's all on one squad. It's a unit in the pursuit, right, of victory. Okay. So as we all, and I would say when I mean all of us here as, Pantherologists, or, whatever podcasts maybe you're a part of, or maybe, whoever you cheer for, whatever the case may be, we're embarking on this journey together here for the Panthers, right? So uncertainty, there's a lot of uncertainty here. But the waiver wire beckons, which we're going to dive into that here shortly. dreams are hanging in the balance here, guys. Dreams are hanging in the balance for a lot of these players. So, and the city of Charlotte is hopeful right now. So, I mean, all I got to say is to strap in, and it's going to be one heck of a ride. I will tell you that. It's going to be one heck of a ride. 7 people are watching. Make sure you pound that like button, share the live. It goes a long way. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into my hidden gems on the waiver wire. And then I'm going to go back over some of the what I anticipate from I'm going to go over some of the cuts. I'm going to go over some surprise cuts again, kind of give a brief overview of that again. And then I'll also be going over, what the roster looks like right now. But we're going to go over right now the hidden gems that I want to look out for. I hope we don't sign anyone that we cut to our practice squad. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I heard Deontay Brown could be a guy that could be coming back to the practice squad. Probably Shy. It's probably going to be part of the practice squad. I could see that. Spencer Brown probably could be part of the practice squad. I could see that. Other than that, I'm not really too sure. Get some new faces in the door. I don't disagree with that at all, Jay Issue. I really don't. I don't disagree with it. Those are my probably 3 or 4 guys. I would say that maybe could be making the practice squad, right? But these are the guys. I mean, I hope you can really read this. So these are the guys that I think, and I put a nice little quote beside them. For Malik Cunningham, I think these are guys that I haven't seen gotten picked up yet. I heard with the Patriots with Malik Cunningham, he could be coming back to their practice squad, but I don't know if that's for sure yet. But, right beside his name, I put unleashed a dynamic playmaker. Why? Because I think that the Patriots released a hidden gem here with Malik Cunningham. I mean, he's a versatile quarterback. He's got, crazy athleticism, right? He's got that dual threat to him, could inject some much needed unpredictability in our offense. So I think it would be like a nice little wild card worthy exploring, right? With Malik Cunningham. I think it would just definitely be worth, taking a look at, right? I mean, that's all I'm saying. Jay Issue says, I do want Spencer Brown back. Yeah, I think it would be smart, man. He showed some very promising, he showed some promise through the preseason. I thought he was he's a very downhill runner. And you could see that. And he put up he rushed the ball like what was it? 8 times, 51 yards, touchdown. So yeah, Chiefs just picked up Rush. I don't think I have him on this list because I didn't think we were going to pick him up. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't have him on my list here. Nah. Yeah, I don't have him on my list. So I wanted him, but Chiefs just picked up Rush. I knew they were going to pick him up. I knew. Well, once I heard the Chiefs were going after him, I was like, yep, there goes our chances. I knew that was going to happen, man. It's unfortunate. All right, so then we got Connor Galvin. All right, bolster up that O-line. That's what I put beside him. A nice little quote there. Bolstering up that O-line. It's very important that we are big in the trenches, right? And Connor Galvin stands tall. So with the offensive line depth looking a little bit shaky, I think Galvin's high performance levels make him a potential upgrade. I really do. Protecting the quarterback starts with a solid offensive line. And if you want Bryce Young to be elite, I said this yesterday, because I saw something on Twitter. I said this yesterday, and I made a comment to this gentleman on Twitter saying that Bryce Young's elite. I think Bryce Young can be elite. Is he elite right now? I'm not going to say I don't think he's elite right now, but your offensive line can make someone elite, and your offensive line can only take your quarterback so far as they're willing to protect. So until we have an offensive line to protect him, I'm not going to say anything about eliteness or elite with Bryce Young. I think he's a smart right now. I like what I see from Bryce. I'm not going to go that far yet. All right, Melvin Gordon. A power presence for the ground game. That's what I put in there, man. That's the quote beside him. Power presence for the ground game. You know, we've already stuck with 3 running backs. I get that. But the question lingers. Do we need a power back? I think we do. I think we need a third down guy. I mean, I think they say Miles Sanders can be a third down guy. I don't trust him to be a third down guy. He's more of a, his skill sets is way different from a power back skill set. So, I mean, even though Melvin Gordon, despite his age, might fit the bill, his ability to, you know, churn out through yards could be a game changer for us. And Leonard Fournette's still out there. So, you know, that's another guy that can take his helmet and run, right? So we need some guys that can just run through lines, man. Bradley Robbie. I wasn't too high on this guy. I did a little bit more research. Apparently he's really, really good in the slot. If you put him on the outside, not as good. For some reason, he's just not great in those outside corner positions. You know, the Saints released him. I've been told that he's a slot corner specialist. So the Panthers cornerback group could use some depth. I think Robbie brings experience and dependability. It's more of a crucial insurance policy, right? You know? So that's why I would say bring him in. I got a couple other corners on this list as well. Tyreek Castro-Fields, cornerback. Again, another boost to the secondary depth. Because to fortify our secondary, you got to consider guys like this, all right? Like Tariq he's got great athleticism and potential to contribute on the special teams. And that makes him intriguing to me as a prospect, right? But the key word here is depth, right? Depth is the name of the game for our cornerback position, okay? That's why I've got this here. All right, that's why I've got his name here. All right. Marcos Cash is coming in saying, what's up, guys? If you're just tuning in, thank you for joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button. The more you like, the more the algorithm gets out there. Appreciate it. Feel free to get in the comment section. We don't bite. I don't bite. Feel free to let your thoughts be known about the Carolina Panthers right now. Doesn't matter if you're Atlanta, Saints, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, whatever you're a fan of, feel free to get in the chat. If you're new here, my name's Clay. I'm an NFL and Carolina Panthers content creator. So feel free to like and subscribe. And thank you for joining and continue showing your support. All right, let's move on. So nose tackle, Rashad Lawrence. We need a guy in there, right? We need a brute, someone in the trenches. We need someone who's going to go in there and just knock heads in, right? The defensive line needs a brute force, and I think Rashad Lawrence fits that bill, all right? Problem is though, with him, I was doing some research on him. He seems a little bit injury prone, but from this waiver wire looks of things, he's the best option at this point, right? Unless you're going to make a trade. But his ability to clog up space could prove, invaluable. He's a crucial addition for us in the trenches because we don't have a true nose tackle, in my opinion. All right. I just don't think we do. Keep pounding. Bless you all. Bryce, my boy. Mossy, man, you keep pounding, my friend, and bless you, sir. Appreciate you joining the live stream and showing your support as always. Always. J Issue, shout out to Marcos Cash. All right, let's continue. So David Quisenberry, right? Protecting that blind side, man. With Cam Irving gone, the Panthers need a reliable swing tackle, okay? David Quisenberry was released by the Bills, and he should be on our radar. Okay, protecting the quarterback's blind side is non-negotiable at this point, especially with a rookie quarterback. And we've seen the struggles of Ike Ekwonu right now through the preseason, right? For those of you who don't know, Ike Ekwonu, our starting left tackle, has been going up against speed rushers. And when most of these speed rushers that these teams are putting out there now, obviously, Not obviously depends who he's going up against. When we in these games. So if we look at the defensive ends that he could be going up against this season, it could differ, right? But these guys were just blown by him. I mean, just absolutely blown by him because he's not explosive off the line. He's got slow footwork. So, we've got either he needs to get on a diet and start hitting the ladders and start jumping rope or something and start doing sprints to get some more explosiveness off the line and getting some speed, because right now has been getting burned on the outside. I will say he did look better against the Lions, but it's still concerned to me a little bit. It's still a concern to me. So I think Quisenberry is a guy that we got to look into because you need to protect your rookie quarterback's blind side. Okay, defensive end, explosive edge rusher, Raymond Johnson III. Now, while the edge rushing department for us is pretty stacked for the most part, I feel that the Raymond Johnson the third's exceptional preseason performance, you really can't ignore that, right? He's explosive. He's got natural progression. Making him a nice prospect for this Panthers defense. So that's why I threw him on the list. Mike Strachan, wide receiver. He's more of a short-term fix for for the wide receiver room. With the injury concerns of the wide receiver corps, I think Mike Strachan could offer some short-term solution. He's familiar with Frank Wright's system. He's physically imposing, and he's a special teams asset. Kind of a package deal there. Kind of like the Amir Smith, pickup. So I would say, why not give him a look? Right? Trap Set Player One's in here. What's up, brother? Appreciate you joining, showing your support as always. Thank you. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. All right, last but not least, okay, cornerback. Obviously, I went cornerback heavy here. Jawan Williams, okay, overlooked by the Vikings. He fits the 3-4 scheme, right? His coverage paralysis, his run stopping awareness. He's a potential fit, I think, seamlessly into Evero's defensive scheme. I think it makes him a must for the Panthers. So another corner, continue adding depth there, I think is important. I honestly, with Dante Jackson and CJ and, the guys that are really going to be starting between, Dante Jackson, JC Horn, CJ Henderson, those guys, you still got Troy Hill. But I think the corners that I mentioned is what we need. At least two of them. And then, you still got Jeremy Chin who can play nickel. So, as long as we've got depth there, I will feel more comfortable with, 5 or 6 guys at the corner position, just because of my concerns of Dante Jackson and JC Horn staying healthy through a full season. So that's why I kind of went cornerback heavy on this list, because that's my biggest concern. I think Chandler Zavala at the right guard position, because we know we've had trouble there, but I think Zavala is going to step up and be fine because he seems to be comfortable where he's at and he's done well. So I'm cool with the right guard position. I just think that if you're adding more depth into the trenches, your corners, you're going to be a lot better off as the season goes on. So obviously the key word here, like I said, for our team is depth, right? So, but I mean, we're on for a journey here. Like I keep saying, man, these are the guys that I think could be some puzzle pieces that complete this roster, man. Where our journey begins after today. We're on the quest to win this division this year. Like I said, buckle up, guys. Buckle up, strap in, get ready. All right. Get ready. We have picked up 3 so far. Randall Griffin, I appreciate that, because I was been checking all morning to see if we've made any moves yet, but I'd like to see what they are. Let me see if I can pull them up. Okay, looks like Eric Rowe. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen here. So it looks like Twitter. This is why I love Twitter, man. All right, Joe Parsons comes out, says DBs Eric Rowe, Stanley Thomas Oliver back on practice squad. Panthers new claim Deshaun Jameson. Let me look up who this guy is real quick. Deshaun Jameson. Okay, let's go. I want to pull up his PPF profile first. PFF profile. All right, so we're gonna leave that there. Let's see what else we got. They let Casey. That's funny. Kurt Angle. Bryce is an unsweet tea kind of guy. Sweet tea, special occasions. I understand that, Bryce. Too much sugar sometimes, right? I have no issues with the Panthers got from waiver wire so far. Okay. Bailey Zappi. Anything else? Panthers have claimed offensive tackle Calvin Throckmorton, defensive back Deshaun Jameson, and linebacker Calden Calarius off of waivers so far. So linebacker from the Jets, defensive back from Texas. So these guys must have got from San Francisco, but it says, okay, maybe never mind. Sorry. I'm just confusing myself. Calvin Throckmorton from New Orleans. All right, let's look at these PFF grades for these guys real quick. Let's look up these PFF guys. All right, so I got Deshaun Calden. There it is. I want his PFF. We're going to look at these PFF grades. And then let's look at the last but not least, Calvin Throckmorton. PFF. All right, let's look at their grades here. Oh, God. Okay. Obviously, these are just depth pieces. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. We're going to start with Deshaun Jameson. He got drafted this year. They've got to be going young talent here. He got drafted this year. Or was he undrafted? He had to be an undrafted free agent. Because it doesn't say what round he was selected in. Okay, so overall grade. Okay, so these are the games he played in college. So he played at Texas. Okay. Did pretty, in 2022, his coverage grade was 77.5. Not bad. Run defense, mid. Okay, right? Above average for coverage grade. Completion percentage was very at 44.7. So that's good. Coverage grade 77.5. 2022, let's see what his stats was. Played all 12 games. Okay. 629 defensive staff coverage snaps, 21 receptions, 47 targets, 315. Is this the right guy I'm looking at? Okay. I'm making sure I'm looking at the right guy. Targets, 47. Okay. So he allowed only 21 receptions last year. He had got targeted 47 times. He only allowed 315 yards, 1 touchdown, but he had 2 interceptions and a pass rating of a 56.6. He's a pretty solid dude. All drafted this year. Wow. Okay, well, we're definitely going to dive into these guys. Dude, freaking this corner's got some solid grades. He's got some solid grades. I like it. Not bad. There's no analysis on him. No trends on him. Okay, what about first look? Okay, so got some solid. This is a solid player. All right, let's go on to Calden Chalarius. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm terrible at pronouncing names, man. I am so bad, and I hate it. I wish I was better. Do better, Clay. Do better. Okay, out of Alcorn State Braves, they have nothing on him. They have nothing on him. What about 2021? So they have nothing on his statistics from his college years? Okay. So there's not much on him. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so this isn't good. Calvin Throckmorton. He's 6'5", 309, drafted in 2020 out of Oregon. Offensive snaps 460, penalties 5, sacks allowed 3. Okay. He's only allowed 3 sacks last year, so it's not terrible. But overall, a 38.4 is not good. Pass blocking, it's all right. He's been playing. He plays left guard. Looks like he played a lot of left guard and right guard, so he's a rotational piece. Offensive snap played 460. Okay, pass blocking snaps 263. Run blocking snaps 197. 5 penalties, 3 sacks, 1 allowed hit, 18 pressures allowed. That's kind of high. That's kind of high, but I mean, technically, there's 17 games in a season, so if that's only 1 a game, that's not terrible, but yeah. 6 guys we cut back on the practice squad. I figured as much. I figured that was going to happen. I mean, I figured that was going to happen. So, it is what it is. Okay. Well, I guess the 53-man roster is now going to look a lot different. It's going to look a lot different now. Let's see. So, I mean, these were the guys I was looking at, but it is what it is. Let's see if anything else is going on Twitter. Justin McCrae's okay. So let's share this. So Justin McCrae is back on the practice squad. I need to bookmark these so I can keep track of who's on. Spencer Brown's back on the practice squad. Okay. Deshaun Jameson. Okay. Zach Kuntz signed with the Jets. Let's see if there's anything else going on. Yeah, I was hoping Danny Shelton was another guy I was looking at too. Let's see. Anything else? I wonder if we're going to get any more waivers today. Okay. I was looking at this. So Joe Parsons comes in. Okay, so Spencer Brown, Justin McCrae, Taylor Stallworth, Eric Rowe, Raquan Williams, J.D. Rinso, Deontay Brown are back in the locker room. All practice squads filling up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's see what else. Anything else? Nothing right now. I guess we'll just kind of see as we go on here. Hmm. I'm looking forward to college football this weekend. I don't know about y'all. Wow. Okay. So not much going on Twitter. I did want to go back over some things. So look at this. So these are the players that we cut. So these are the guys that are back though. Spencer Brown, Justin McCray, Deontay Brown, JD Dorenzo. Let's see who else is on this. Eric Rowe. And then, yep. So there you go. Those are the guys we cut yesterday. Now look at who's on there. All these Spencer Brown, Justin McCray, Deontay Brown, JD Dorenzo. Jeez. Eric Rowe. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then obviously picked up this man yesterday. This was the offense as it was set yesterday, basically after the cuts. So those were my unexpected cuts, but one of them came back. Well, guys, I appreciate you joining the live stream. Maybe I'll go live later again. I went live yesterday afternoon, so maybe I'll go live again today, this afternoon. So again, appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Appreciate everyone continue to showing your support, subscribing, liking. It goes a long way. Please continue to do so. Make sure you click the post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new live streams. It will always notify you when I'm live. Also, join the Discord as well. The Discord will always notify you when I'm live as well. Feel free to join me on any of my follow me on any of these platforms, to Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm always putting up content on there. Check out betusa.com. That is the sponsorship of today's live stream as always. So go check them out. Use the link down in the description. You'll get promo code Pantherology. Sign up for free today, though. You get 125% bonus. They also just sent me some more stuff, BetUSA did. So I might have some more promotions for you guys as well if it's something you're interested in. All right. So, anyways, I'm going to go live later on this afternoon. So, again, appreciate everyone joining the live stream. And as always, guys, keep pounded. Peace.